I have analyzed over 1,000 LinkedIn profiles, and here's the number one mistake everyone makes when looking to build their personal brand or create content is they're looking at how many impressions and likes and followers can I get in X amount of time. That's all good and well, and that's fantastic, but we're really focusing on how do we build trust and credibility on a platform so more people will trust us to buy whatever we're offering, whether it's a service or product. That's essentially what you're doing, and there's no really middle ground on that. So let's go through the 3 points on what you should be focusing on so you can build a credible brand and what I like to call be a curator rather than a creator. So number one is not chasing vanity metrics. This is something I learned early on in my social media career. I was like, hey, I want to get to 100,000 followers. Well, the thing is that that's not a metric you actually can control. You may get there, you may not, but you can't really control that. So what I tell people is let's focus on things that matter. Okay, we're gonna post 2 high quality education posts per week. Okay, that's a really good metric to lean on. Or, hey, when I create certain posts, I'm gonna engage with every single person that likes this. Or, hey, what we're optimizing for is when I do my CTA, I wanna get 50 downloads on my lead magnet, which is what we look at. Those are things that I can control, which lead to more depth and credibility on what I'm offering. So then that goes into point number 2, which is copying instead of creating. So what I mean by that is the thing that I've seen is if you copy the right cat, then you will get the great results. And what I mean by cat, that's slang in Atlanta, it just means a person, right? So we want to follow, how do we emulate certain people, what they're doing, so that ultimately at the end of the day, we can also replicate that as well. So let me give you an example. If someone wrote a really good blog post in the financial sector, you don't have to go write a great finance blog about CFOs. Take the financial blog about CFOs and add your 2 cents to that blog. And now people are gonna see you as the person who highlighted and spotlighted that, and you didn't have to go write that entire post. This is the whole thing, is you don't wanna try to be Gary Vee or the next Alex Hormozi. Be you, but make sure that you're curating on top of the content that is relevant. And so point number 3 is ultimately just giving up too early. I know people that will post 2 times and say, it's over. Well, if everyone believed that, then there would be no content. It takes time. Bare minimum 3-4 months before you really see anything. And that's just part of the game. So you have to stay in the game, and success happens when everyone else has given up, and consistency compounds over time that allows you to build that credible brand. But ultimately, again, I'll say it again, you want to focus on being a curator of this content rather than a creator. And that's the way that you're going to show up online so more people trust you.